Christians. They're Christian Satanists. Watch this. This is shocking. So this is a video 5 years ago with John Lopez. He's a pastor, right? And here he's going to say that he was 24 years old when he had that vision with Jesus and went to hell, right? And in his video, in Touching Afterlife, he says he was 15 years old. But we're going to play this clip first. That was 5 years ago, okay? So just watch and listen. Okay, it's very important.
What you're about to hear, you have never heard before.
John Lopez.
I think maybe 2 other people have had a similar experience, but this is not a dream. This is not a vision. This is an encounter and visitation of Jesus Christ and a literal visit to hell. When I was 24 years old, all of a sudden there was quiet, like a stillness or something while I was sitting on my couch. I don't know how to explain it. Then all of a sudden Jesus Christ walked through my door. He created matter. He doesn't have to open doors. He walked up to me and said, "Son," very important word, "son, come with me." His face was like the brightness of the sun, and I was as we're dead. John was right. That's how it is. Only way you can explain it. His garments were white, like perfect white. My spirit knew, as I knew, my consciousness knew, and I knew that this was Jesus Christ. My spirit obeyed when he said, "Come." Spirit said, "This is him. He is God." Right out of my mouth, making it obvious that this wasn't a vision. And I knew this wasn't a dream, so it's not a dream, it's not a vision. This is literally, boom, this is what happened. Sorry, that's what happened. We went through the earth. I can see the layers of it. He's on my right-hand side.
All right, guys, only 246 views 5 years ago, right? What a fraud. And now we're going to play his new video that he just made on Touching Afterlife, and has thousands of views and thousands of Christian saying to him, what a wonderful testimony, right? So remember this detail. He was 24 years old here, right? And how you're going to hear him say he was 15 years old, right? This is what liars, they forget what they say. This is so funny. This is how you catch them, right? Okay, now he's back, right? Pastor John Lopez, very older than before, but now he's going to say he was 15, he met Jesus. Let's hear what he says.
At 15, I just was like, God, if you exist, you manifest yourself to Moses. You showed yourself to Moses, like at the burning bush. And I said, if you're real, reveal yourself to me. And granted, I was seeking God, but I had all these questions, public schools, all that stuff with, evolution, atheism, and everything. One morning, I got up, which was my practice, to pray as I was seeking God. I had asked this question. The night before, a gentleman named Joe Allman had laid hands on me and prayed for me, and I was unfamiliar, but I felt electricity hit me here and go through my body. I asked him what that was. He said it was the Holy Spirit. At 6 in the morning, because I was a runner, I would get up early. And so at 6 in the morning, all of a sudden, I had, before widescreen TVs, this is like in 1979, all of a sudden, this big, gigantic, open vision opened before me in my room. It was just huge. And what I saw was, first and foremost, I saw Jesus dying on the cross. I saw Mary Magdalene, Mary and John on the right-hand side. I saw the Roman guards throwing lots for his garments. And I saw them on the hill of Golgotha, and it was like dark. Jesus looked at me, and you got to understand that my background was that my father was a very strong guy. To me, gentleness was not a part of
Guys, you see what a Satanist he is? Like, the voice he's trying to talk with to create empathy, and before he was using this music, this horror music, right? You see what a manipulative wizard he is. I hope you do. Let's hear this full talk.
Right. And I didn't want to be a Christian because I saw most Christian men, in my opinion, seemed a little like demasculated. And so whenever I saw Jesus, he looked in my eyes. He was Jewish looking, dark hair, somewhat weak.
He was Jewish looking. He was Jewish looking. You can't just look at God in the eyes. Fall down on your knees. Everybody who has met Jesus Christ, they fall down on the face and on the knees. And this sodomite, he just looks at him and he's talking with him with his eyes, like straight up. Just looks at him, right? Like nobody met like Jesus like that, guys. All these afterlife, touching the afterlife, all the testimonies over there are fake.
He curly, looked like a Jewish man. He was not skinny like in the pictures of Michelangelo. He was not buff like a gigantic weightlifter, but he looked like he was in good condition. And he was on the cross, and he looked at me, and I saw something that changed my life. And I saw the strongest man that I ever saw in my life, but I could see the most gentle, loving man that I ever saw. They were combined together.
Fall down on your face and tremble before him. You can't just look at him. You can't just look at him, you sodomite. That's a lie. Because you lied. You said you was 24 before, now you're 15. You always get caught. These liars, they always get caught by the chosen one. Matthias, the king. Chosen by the
Like
king.
the lion and the lamb. They
Of
were
kings.
I wasn't ready. I couldn't be committed to the Jesus that I had seen in a lot of people that showed a lot of weakness. And so for me, being a man meant strength. And I didn't see that in a lot of men, and not.
All right, enough of this sodomite talking crap. You exposed, touching the afterlife exposed, right? We just exposed you by the king chosen. You were false preachers, false teachers. They're going against OSAS, right? This is what he said he went to hell for. Later on, he used like over 1 hour because he's a liar. Liars, they always use a lot of time, right? 5 years ago, it sounded different. Look at him. Look at him. This is a false prophet, a false teacher. God bless the chosen ones. God bless the real believers. Once saved, always saved is true. When Jesus saves you, nobody can snatch you from his hand. No liar, no demon, no Freemason. Haha, exposed. May you be accursed, for the eyes have seen, and God knows what you do. You have exposed yourself.